Alright, hope you all are having a fantastic day. Today what I am going to show you, as I buckle it back up here, is my Cabin Max personal item backpack that, believe it or not, I get a full frame camera in with 3 lenses plus pretty much everything else I need that won't fit in my roller bag. So for those of you that, well, for anybody really, but United and some other airlines have just gotten to ridiculous levels on their personal item size. And not only that, United has limited basic economy now to personal item only, and you're kind of stuck. So luckily, what I had been doing and was really frustrated, I had an ape case that was awesome. I could get my lenses in and also carry my CPAP, and it would fit under the seat in front of me. Problem with that is it now will not meet the rules. Even though I could try to make the case that while I got the CPAP in there, of course they wouldn't bend because it's larger and it's not a bag that could be checked. So what I do is carry this bag, which is under the 17 by 10 by 9, so it would meet the basic economy on, say, United. And since you're allowed for free to take your CPAP case, I can fit the CPAP case under, and if I set this like this on its side, and what I did learn is, because it is pretty tight to get the CPAP under there, that if I got to put this under first so that I have this, because there's a bunch of hardware and just the frame of the seat takes up enough space that if I put it in this way first, this extra bit is wider there than this. It gets a little tough to get the CPAP case in under there. And ironically, some of the smaller planes, some of the commuter jets or whatever they're called, regional jets, the small planes actually had more under seat room than, say, an Airbus 320, or it's ridiculous. The seats on a small plane you would think are smaller, but no, they're actually larger. But no, this fit with the CPAP both under the seat, this on its side, no problem. So let's see what I carry in this bag and how do I actually do it. Now, I'll provide links to everything. Cabin Max, unfortunately, just due to life, right now, direct, they're not shipping to the US. But I got this on Amazon. I did wait to do this video because I did ask for one for the holidays. That is another one that is purchased and here at home. Now this is this lovely magenta color. I dig magenta. It's actually a pretty cool color in my eyes, but it's funny, my wife hates it and I like it, so little reverse there. But this was like $29.30 on Amazon, and I got the second one at the same price. They do have like a teal, they have some other colors, but they run about $40. But I will provide links to both, and like I said, I try to provide links to what I can in here. So you got this front pocket, which is a fairly tight slip pocket here, so you could fit some stuff in there. And of course, you always want to be careful since the personal item rules are so tight nowadays. You got to just be mindful about how you pack it. So you do have a zip mesh here. So like when I go through, after you get through security, I'll just slip we do have TSA pre, but I will slip the passport in there or just in that front pocket. Just have duct tape, because who knows, you always need duct tape. And you do have like a mesh here. You have a zip mesh there. You got a couple pen slots. You do have a slide there. I mean, this would make a great personal item, whether you're doing camera or not. These, I have no idea. We got these at some discount place. We got 2 of them. I could probably stack 2 of them and get away with it for 14 days of medication. This is just a boo-boo kit. It's got like a sewing kit, tweezers. I think it's got a nail clipper in there, wet wipes, stuff like that. Just a few band-aids, odds and ends, just to kind of get you through in case you are accident prone. And the good thing is, if you take that with, seems like the more you carry something like that, the less accident prone you become. So now, of course, right here, these are the compression straps that I've learned going through tons of travel bag videos. People either love them or hate them. Honestly, I think with the new personal item stuff, yeah, I don't like to cinch them down normally, but I think before I go through security or go to check in for the airline, I definitely tighten them up just to compress the bag a little more, not to give them any excuse to say, hey, your bag's too big, you got to pay X amount of money to get it through. So I think compression straps have they have a lot of function, but they do get, I do agree, to have to unbuckle them to get in your bag is kind of a pain. So this does actually clamshell open. So now how do I do this? So in here I got the lovely Crown Royal bag. So I just kind of smush my Panasonic Lumix. So have used this on excursions, so we cruise a lot. Use that to take underwater video. I've never taken it in saltwater underwater, but you really use it for fishing. But that little camera, maybe 3 or 4 pictures out of 10, all 10 will be decent quality, but 3 or 4 pictures, the quality and just how the image is framed will look as good as my DSLR. It is a really good little camera. I'm not even sure if they're available anymore, but just a little plug on that Panasonic Lumix. Father-in-law has a bigger version with a mega zoom, and he took that to Galapagos and took some very nice pictures with it. So I do slide my gaming pouch. This has some dice in here for dice games, cribbage cord. I've got my Nikon battery charger. I've got my Panasonic battery charger. And I have my 400 millimeter zoom lens. Got a Tamron. Did a lot of photography down in the Galapagos with that lens. I can't say enough good things about the quality of that lens. The photos just turned out unbelievable. Great lens. I think it's 1/2500th of a second, which is kind of the birding recommendations. Just because I didn't want to take a tripod, which of course this bag will not carry a tripod, but you could either put that in your check luggage or your roller bag if needed. But to get around not having to take a tripod and to get those candid shots of animals on the Galapagos, I just put it in shutter priority at 1/2500. The photos turned out fabulous. I got some great shots. Shutter priority can be your friend. And especially it's not a light lens. I think it's like 3 pounds. So I needed something because I couldn't hold it steady for that long just because it's just so heavy. But great lens, other than the weight, great lens. And then, oh yes, these bags are JJC. Got them on Amazon. These things are just rock solid, just super padded. I can get that 400 in there. I do have the lens hood, the sun hood, whatever you call it. And I also have this JGC card holder. You can hold a micro SD under them, but really nice card holder. And I will get the dimensions on this, if not the exact one. I will try to find the one that I have. I think I've got an old link to this. So I will try to find this, but this bag fits perfectly in the bottom. And now these I don't think came with it. I just had a couple extra. Anybody that has camera bags, you have extra of these laying around. I just set these on top. but this is a nice padded case. Got my 780 with the 50mm prime with the lens hood on it. I have I got a little battery pouch. I've got my 2 Nikon extra batteries, my 3 Panasonic extra batteries in there. And then I've got this is a junker, a 77mm, the filter size, the kit lens, so it's a 24-120, and I put that in there. So I am able to get the 50mm prime, which I got that lens off KEH for under $60, and that thing and the Tamron are the two. I mean, that thing takes such crisp shots. It was cheap, but I think somebody said, they can put better. I've heard they can put better glass, or they can just do better things with the prime lens. And that 50, the quality of the shots that I get with that thing are just amazing. Now I might actually be able to get, I'm thinking, I wonder if I can actually get all the chargers. Maybe. I may be able to get all the chargers in here. Now, what I did was I just swapped that around. This is on the battery side, not the lens side. So yeah, I can get all of the camera gear in this bag. And then all I have to worry about in here. Now, our next cruise, which we're going on, which I am definitely taking all my camera gear. I also have actually I think I'll do it the other. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works just fine. You do gotta kind of nestle this down in there to get down to the bottom. But yeah, this is the Cabin Max. What I was going to say, I want to finish that thought. So they make different sizes of these JJMs. So this is the 400. I've got one for my 300 lens that fits it just perfectly. So I'm going to go with that, and that obviously gives me more space for, it's not as tight a fit for like the games case and the lens, or the point and shoot camera. I could potentially get a little sling bag or something in there, but yeah, this bag is just, if you're looking for a bag to get all your camera gear on the plane plus a little bit more, I think this thing is about as good as it gets. It's just the right size, and I probably just got lucky that I just had bought the right components to organize the gear in there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I kind of help you out with the problem that we all kind of struggle with trying to get stuff on a plane. So if you could give me a like, subscribe, that'd be much appreciated, and definitely take any and all comments. Take care.